So today we will take up the same 3-bus problem, and we solve using Newton-Raphson polar form, right? So this is Newton-Raphson polar form representation, and the first step is to form the Y-bus. So from the given line impedance values and given network, we'll form the Y-bus, and then we take the initial voltage assumptions, right? So at slack bus, both V magnitude and delta are given, and at PV bus V magnitude is given, but V delta is not given, and at PQ bus, load bus, both V magnitude and V delta are not given. So we assume these three values as 1 per unit at an angle 0, and then we represent in rectangular form. These are a rectangular form representation, right? Then this step 3 is to check the Q limits at the generator buses. So the basic equation, that is Q injection, this is injection, net injection, is equals to minus of imaginary part of this VI conjugate summation j equals to 1 to n Yij Vj. This is the expression. Now once we get this Q injection, now this Q injection is actually summation of Q generation minus Q load, okay, at this particular bus, okay, at that particular bus. But here in second bus, this is second bus, there is no load connected here, there is no load connected to this second bus, so we don't have this value. So whatever value we obtain, Q injection is equals to Q generation. Now once we get this Q generation, then we'll compare this Q generation with the Q minimum limit and Q maximum limit, okay, right? Now this is step 3, okay. Now now with these voltages, with this Y bus, let us compute this Q injection at the second bus. So what I have done is I have used a MATLAB program. I have written the same equations in the MATLAB, right? So what I have done is I have defined the Y bus, same Y bus, 3 by 3 matrix, and I have defined the bus voltages, 3 voltages, 1 at an angle 0, 1.1 at an angle 0, 1 at an angle 0. So 3 bus voltages, V1, V2, V3. Now this is Q injection calculation. So whenever this is I equals to 2 means I am explicitly giving this I value, that is I want to calculate the Q injection at bus 2. Now this is equals to minus of imaginary part of this, imaginary brackets are closing here and here, and inside this brackets goes conjugate of Vi. Conjugate of Vi means actually it is I equals to 2. So V2 conjugate into, this is summation. I have written what do you say, the Y bus, this row multiplied by this column, that form, okay. So in MATLAB you can write in one step, okay. So what I have done, this is Y second row all elements multiplied by this V vector, transpose of V vector. This V is actually a row vector. Here I have defined a row vector, so that is why I have taken a transpose here. So now this will compute the net Q2 injection into the bus. So first let me run this. Okay, so Q2 what I got is 1.65 with these voltages and this Y bus, right? So 1.65 1.65, and what are the limits I got here per second bus? It is between 0 and 5.3217. Q limits are 0 and 5.3217. So here I got Q2 injection is equals to 1.65 something, so which is actually within the limits. So this second bus is acting like a PV bus. It is acting like a PV bus. Okay, right. So once it is acting like a PV bus, then now we will form the mismatch vector. We will form the mismatch vector. So what is now del P's? Where we are going to find out del P's? Del P's will be found at all PV buses and PQ buses, that is second bus and third bus. So del P's will be found at second bus and third bus, and del Q at only load bus, that is third bus. Now what is del P? Del P2, let me first, del P2 is P2 specified minus this P2, and del P3 is P3 specified minus P3, and del Q3 is Q3 specified minus Q3. So what is these specified quantities from the table bus data? P2 specified. P2 specified is the generation megawatt in per unit minus the load megawatt. Load is not given here. P2 specified is this minus this. This is not given, so only this value, that is P2 specified is let me write down here. So this is del P2, del P3, del Q3. So this is P2 specified is 5.3 217, and P3 specified is the generation is not given here, minus load is given. So this is minus 3.6392, minus 3.6392. This is specified quantities. And what about Q3 specified? Q3 specified at the second, third bus, PQ bus is generation minus load. So generation is not given, so minus of 0.5339. So this is minus of 0.5339. Now to this I have to compute now these values P2, P3 and Q3. And how I can calculate this P2, P3 and Q3? This is given by this PI expression, summation j equals to 1 to n Vi, Vj, Yij magnitudes multiplied by cos of this angle. And Qi is at I, bus I is equals to minus of summation j equals to 1 to n Vi, Vj, Yij magnitudes into sine of this angle. Okay, so I have represented these two equations there in MATLAB. So this is PI equation and this is QI equation. Same thing I have written here. Because it is a summation, so I have put it in for loop j equals to 1 to 3, and I have defined s equals to 0 plus ji. This is a 0 complex value. Then repeatedly adding to this s. And what I am adding? The absolute of Vi. Absolute of Vi means magnitude of Vi, magnitude of Vj, magnitude of Yij multiplied by cos of, what are the angles? Angle of Yij, angle of Vj minus angle of Vi. Now what are I and j here? J is running from 1 to 3, but I can fix. Now where I am actually wanted to calculate P2 means bus 2. So I am putting here I equals to 2. So and j is running 1 to 3. So I'll get P2 at the end. If I run this, I'll get P2. Okay, so now this is P2, so it is very close to 0. So I write this P2, let me write here P2 is equals to 0, P3 I have to calculate, and Q3, Q3, let me calculate Q2 also. And similarly, if I calculate P3, so if I substitute here I equals to 3, then I am referring to bus 3, and j is running from 1 to 3, that is summation Vi, Vj, Yij cos of theta ij plus delta j minus delta I. Okay, so same equation, if I put I equals to 3, then I will get P3. So I'm selecting this and running the selected portion of MATLAB portion. So I'll get P3 is also 0. So I take P3 also 0. Now what is Q2? So minus summation this equation, this is sine. So Q2 and Q3. So I have written one more equation, that is summation 1 to 3, that is Vi, Vj, Yij into sine of theta ij plus delta j minus delta I. And now I am putting I equals to 2. I equals to 2 is, that is Q2. I am getting Q2, and here at the end I am taking S equals to minus S, because I want minus of this value. Okay, so if I run this, I'll get Q2. Okay, so this is Q2. Q2 is 1.65. So 1.65 in per units, 1.65 in per units. And similarly, what is Q3? What is Q3? So just put I equals to 3 here, I'll get Q3 and execute the selected content. Then Q3 is minus 0.5, minus 0.5. So this is minus 0.5. So now you calculate the mismatch vector. Now this is P2 specified minus P2, P2 is 0, and P3 specified minus P3 is 0. And this is Q3 specified minus what is Q3 calculated? This is minus 0.5. So this vector is equals to, this is 5.3217, this is minus 3.6392, and this is minus of minus plus, and this is so you get minus 0.0339. So this is my mismatch vector. Okay, now I have to calculate the Jacobian matrices, right? So for this, yeah, right, I'll put here my entire form 2, 3, and this is 3. So this is actually del P2, del P3, and del Q3, right? What are these values? 5.3217, this is minus 3.6392, and this is minus 0.0339. And what are these my angles and voltages? This is del delta 2, and del delta 3, because I have assumed these values. These are my unknown values, angles delta 2 and delta 3, and delta V3 is my unknown value, right? So this is del V3 by V3, right? Now this, so if you write down the bus numbers here also, it will be 2, 3, and 3, like this. Okay, now see, this is J1, this is J1, and this is J4. So the first element of J1 is J122, and this element is, what is this element? This having row 2 and this column 2, so that is a 2 2, so it is a diagonal element. So I have to calculate that element using this equation. Are you following? And this element 3 3, this is 3 3, so I have to calculate this element of J1 using the J1II equation, that is diagonal element equation. And other things 2 comma 3, J1 2 comma 3 and J1 3 comma 2, I have to use this equation. Okay, so what I have done is, see, this equation and this equation are almost same, so I have represented this by one equation, and this equation and this equation are almost same, so I have represented these two equations by one equation. And the off diagonal elements all are looking same, only sine, cos and plus minus, this minus minus and plus minus, that is, so I have represented in MATLAB by three equations, right? Only thing is I have to put properly what is I and j, right? So this is, I am now evaluating this 2 2 element, J1 2 2 element, right? So this is minus qi minus vi square bii, so it is minus q2 minus v2 square b22, it should be like that. Okay, so what I have done here, yeah, this is, so I is equals to 2, and qi, that is q2, because I have to give the q2 value explicitly. So what is q2? My q2, because this equation requires q2, so my q2 is 1.16, my q2 is 1.16, so this is 1.65, 1.65, and now see, this is minus qi, that is minus q2 minus this v2 square into what is this imaginary part of yii, y22 is bii, b22, imaginary part of y22 is b22, so v2 square into b22, so this equation suffices. So if I just calculate this one, so I'll get the first entry, that is J122, that is 16.5, so this element is 16.5. Now similarly I calculate this element 3 and 3, so corresponding diagonal element 3 and 3, right? So that is J133. So what I have to do here, I just replace the I element 3 and Q3, I have to give the Q3 value. What is that Q3 value? It is minus 0.5. Q3 is minus 0.5. Q3 is minus 0.5. Okay. So now I am evaluating J133 element. Okay. So what is that? It is coming to 10.5. So this is 10.5. Now to evaluate these two entries, that is J1 of 2 and 3. This is 2 and 3 means I and J are different. So I have to use this now off diagonal elements equation. Now this element and this element should be computed by using this off diagonal element equation. Done. So what is this equation? Minus vi vj Yij sine, so minus sine, and one for first equation, first element, this is 2 and 3, I is 2 and j is 3, and second equation, this is I equals to 3 and j equals to 2. So let me solve for 2. So off diagonal elements here. So I equals to 2, j equals to 3, and minus is there, and I want to use sign. So minus Vi, Vj, Yij magnitudes into sine of the angles, where I and j are 2 and 3. I and j are 2 and 3. So if I evaluate this one, I'll get the J1 2 3 element. J1 2 3 element. This is minus 5.5. So this is minus 5.5, and this should also come to minus 5.5. Let us check. So now I substitute I equals to 3 now, and j equals to 2. Okay, and then recalculate this. So again I'm getting, so I equals to 3 and 2, I'm getting same minus 5.5. Okay, now let us go back. Now this entire J matrix is completed. Now J4 is having only one entry corresponding to 3 3. So J4 is having only one entry 3 3, that is I have to use the diagonal equation. So for this element, this is J4 3 and 3, I equals to 3 and j equals to 3. So I have to use this equation, plus Qi minus Vi square Bii, right, plus Qi. So for so I have to use I equals to 3, and for Q3 is same, minus 0.5, yes, yeah, I equals to 3 and Q equals to minus 0.5. So this is diagonal element, that is Q, and what about this equation? This equation is plus, now this is plus Qi minus V3 square into B33, that's it. So only the equation is plus here, this is plus, and minus V square Bii, right? So if I evaluate here this equation, so I'll get 9.5. So this element is 9.5. Okay, now, and coming to J2 and J3. So if I want to element this element J2 of 2, 3, so this is an off diagonal element. And coming to this element J2 of 3, 3, this is a diagonal element. Okay, so you have to be careful which formula you have to use. Okay, so that is why I am explaining this very carefully. So writing these numbers are very, very important, right? So you can identify which are the diagonal entries and which are the off diagonal entries. So for J2, if I calculate this entry first, that is diagonal, then Pi plus Vi square Gii is the formula. Pi plus Vi square plus Gii. So 3 3, I equals to 3 3. Okay, so this is off diagonal entry J2 J3 diagonal entries. So I equals to 3, and P3 is 0. We found P2 and P3 both are 0, right? And this is Pi minus Vi square the GII, real part of YII is GII. So PI plus this is plus, right? So I have kept there minus. So this is plus, this is plus. So Pi plus Vi square, the real part of II is GII. So if I evaluate this one, so I'll get 0, right? And similarly if I evaluate, this is 0, and similarly, what about this value? This is J3. Okay, let me finish up this one. So then for this J2, I have to use 2 comma 3 means I have to use this equation. So Vi Vj cos of this angle, this is plus, right? Plus and cos. Okay, remember. So off diagonal entries, I equals to 2, j equals to 3, and this is cos, and here I have plus sign. Okay, so if I execute this one, so this is 10 to the power of minus 16, so it is also 0. So this entry is also 0. So this entry is also 0. So likewise, if you also do the same calculations, so you get this as 0 and this as 0. Okay, so once you have this Jacobian matrix and also the mismatch vector, the only thing is you have to calculate this correction vector. What I have done is I have directly defined these vector and matrices in the MATLAB. Okay, so what I have done is the mismatch vector, 3 entries, 5.3217, 5.3217, and minus 3.6392, like that. So minus 3.6392 and minus 0.0339. So mismatch vector, and J1, J2, J3, J4, 16.5, minus 0.5, minus 0.5, 10.5. And these J2, J3 are 0, 0, and J4 are 9.5. And again I have defined J equals to J1, J2 by J3, J4, right? And finally I am calculating the correction vector CV is equals to J inverse mismatch vector. Now this, if I run this, if I run this one, so I'll get the correction vector. So correction vector is equals to these 3 values. Okay, so 0.2808. So this is 0.2808, and this one is 2152 and 36. So this is 0.2152 and this is 0036, and these are 2 minus values. Okay, so what I have got the change in delta 2, change in delta 3, and this correction, voltage magnitude correction. So then the next step, this is 4th step. So 5th step is you update the angles and voltages. So first let us update the voltage magnitude. So V3, right? V3 is actually we are trying to calculate, right? This is V3. So V3 the current iteration, that is after first iteration, is equals to V3 the initial value plus what all we have obtained here, this value, that is del V3 by V3 magnitude multiplied by V3 the initial value. So if this is equals to the magnitude, all are magnitudes, even magnitudes. Okay, so this is 1 plus this value is what we got, minus 0.0036 multiplied by 1. Okay, so what we get is 1 minus 0.0036, so it is somewhere 0.9964. So this is V3 magnitude after first iteration. Okay, and also correct the angles. So delta 2 after first iteration is equals to delta 2 initial value plus this delta after first iteration. So this is equals to, what was the angle? 0 angle. Initially 1 at an angle 0. We have taken this is 0 angle, this is 0 angle assumptions, right? Initial values are zeros. So 0 plus this angle 0.2508. Mind you, these two are in radians. Okay, this angles what we got is in radians, right? So this is equals to 0.2508 radians, and similarly delta 3 after first iteration is minus 0.2152 radians. Okay, so now we have got the voltage magnitude and angles, and now to begin we have to begin with new iteration with these values. So let me calculate the what to say okay, what will be the rectangular form now? Rectangular form, for that what I have done is I have so for that also I have done the so this is V3 equals to absolute V3 naught plus the correction into this one, that is what we have calculated, and now I am converting the polar to rectangular form. So 1 at an angle 0.2508 is V2, and V3 magnitude, now this is 1.1. 1.1 is our V2. V2 is specified, magnitude is 1.1, and what we got is angle this one. And V3, now what we have calculated here, V3 what we have calculated here, magnitude is 0.9964. Okay, so this magnitude, this is angle, this magnitude, and this is angle. I am converting polar to Cartesian. So this one, if I execute this one, what I get is, so x and y, this is active part, and this is real and imaginary part. So let me copy these two, copy, and now paste where I have to paste here. V2 real part, V2 real part is this value, and V2 imaginary part is this value. Similarly, if I run this one, this magnitude and this angle, polar to Cartesian, and convert this to real and imaginary. Now I got these two values. This is the real part, copy, and this is V3 is now this value, and imaginary part of that one is V3 is this value. Okay, now I have updated my voltages. So Y bus is same, so yeah, so I repeat once again. So this is 1.0656, 1.0656. So this is 1.0656. 1.0656 plus J, what was that angle? Imaginary part. Imaginary part is 0.2730. 0.2730, and the other one is this is 0.9734. 0.9734 minus J, J 2128. So this is 0.2128. So now we have got new set of voltages and we have Y bus with us. Then with these voltages, let us check once again whether the second bus is still a generator bus or a load bus. Okay, so first we do that. So second bus I2, that is minus of imaginary part of this conjugate of V2 multiplied by this row and this column. Okay, so I have placed the V's. Now I have to run this once again. So that my voltages will be updated. Now I calculate Q2. So what I get? Now Q2 is 2.5987. 2.5987. So it is within the limits. So there is no ambiguity. So still second bus is acting like a PV bus. Okay, then we proceed. Second bus is still acting like a PV. It is within the limits. Then I proceed. Then I calculate this mismatch vector. Now here I have to calculate this P2, P3, Q2, Q3. I erase these values now. And use these two equations to get these values. Okay, so this is P2, P3. I have to calculate P2, P3, right? So P2, that's it. So P2 is 5.1925. This is 5.1925, and P3 just change the I variable to 3, so I'll get P3 yeah, this is cos and this is plus, right? Everything is fine. So and P3 is minus 3.5265. 3.5265. This is minus 3.5265, right? And Q2, Q3. Now Q2, for Q2 this is minus and this is sign. So for Q2 this is sign and this is minus value I am taking. Now I calculate first Q2, then Q3. So I equals to 2 I have substituted there. Now I evaluate this one. So Q2 is 2.5987. 2.5987, and Q3 next. Q3, I just remove this I equals to 3 and then evaluate. So this is 0.1651. 0.1651. So now use these values here. Use these values. This is P2 is 5.1925, and this is Q. P3 is minus of minus plus 3.5265, and Q3, this value is 0.1651. So can you tell me the, so this is 0.1292, and what about this one? Minus, it is also very small value,
minus 0.1127.
minus 0.117. Any one number, one more digit? 0?
0.1127.
0.1127. Yeah, you have to be very accurate. And what about this value?
Minus 0.6996.
6996. Okay, fine. So this is my mismatch vector. So I erase these values now. Okay, so this is 0.1292, this is minus 0.1127, this is 0.6996. okay, right. Now similarly again we have to evaluate all these entries. Now if you notice, after first iteration itself our mismatch vector is approaching to 0. If you noticed or not, earlier it was, there are 5.3 and 5 point something, and this was
Actually, sorry sir, one mistake is there. 69907 my calculation.
which one? This one 0?
It's 0.990. Yeah, sir.
So this is this is 990 and this is 990. Okay, okay. So now again you have to repeat this one to calculate all these values. Let me do this one. Be patient. I'll quickly do this one. So diagonal entries 2233, minus 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 minus, remember like that. So diagonal entries 194, 2 2, and this is minus, this is minus, and this is minus. And what is Q2? What is Q2? What we got? Q2 2.5987, 2.5987. This is 2.5987. Q2, I have to feed this Q2, right? So, and I am taking this. So if I evaluate this value, so I get 15.5518, 15.5518. so this is 15.5518, and now let me evaluate for 3, right? So I have done this minus, then this minus, right? So this is minus and this is minus, right? So now Q I equals to 3. So what is Q3? Q3 is 1651. This value Q3 1651. 0.1651. There is minus. Minus is there? Not minus. Yeah. So if I run this, so I get 9.7628, 7628, 9.7628, right? Now off diagonal entries 2 3 and 3 2, off diagonal entries. And what is my off diagonal equation? Minus, and this is sign, minus sign. So off diagonal entries 2 and 3, this is minus and this is sign, right? So if I evaluate this one, I get minus 4.8958. 8958. Okay, and similarly 3 2, this entry 3 2, j equals to 3 and I equals to 2 entry. Okay, so if you run the selected, and this is also same value, it should be right, because it is a symmetry matrix, minus 4.8958. and what about this entry? This is J433. J433 is, this is plus and this is minus, so diagonal equation plus and minus. So diagonal, this is 3, this is plus and here minus. What is Q3? Q3 is this one value, same value, 0.1651, right? Q3 0.1651, right? So now I am evaluating I equals to 3 and this is Q3. So this value comes to 10.0930. So this value is 10.0930. Okay, now what about this? This is diagonal and this is diagonal. So let me finish this one. This is 3 3 and this is also 3 3. So I want P3. P3 is minus 3.52. What can calculate? No. I want to evaluate this J233. J233. So for that J233, this is diagonal element. So I have to use this equation. So P3 I want this value. Please remember 3.5, 3.5265 minus 3.5265 minus 3.5265 minus 3.5265, and this is 3. And what about this equation? This is minus pi and plus, let me check, no, plus and plus. So this is plus and this is also plus. Okay, so I am evaluating this to get J2P3. So this is minus 3.5265. Same I got minus 3.52. So what about this value now? So for this that is J333. So this is now, this is plus but this is minus, and 3 same value. So only thing is minus V square. So I have to use this minus here. So P3 same P3, this is I3. So I run this once again. So to get so this is same, so it should be right. So this is minus 3.5265. and what about these two off diagonal entries? These two off diagonal entries, cos, but one is having plus and this is having minus, right? So 2 3. So off diagonal entries, this is 2, this is 3, right? And this is having cos and this is plus, right? Am I right? So this is plus and this is cos, right? So I mean this is 2 and this is 3. So 2 3. Now I evaluate this one. So this value coming to 2.4625. 4625. This is 2.4625. And what about this one? This one is, so I have to place minus here, that's it. And the value is I equals to 3 and j equals to 2. So I equals to 3, j equals to 2, and I have to place a minus here. So same cos here. So if I evaluate this one, off diagonal entry, so this is coming out to be same 2.4625. So this is also, so 2.4625. So now, so I have to again enter all these values into, that is very difficult for me now. I can't type all these numbers here. So meanwhile I'll try to share this code, this small code. So you do this till you solve this correction vector and try to update the voltages and angles, right? And repeat this same process till this mismatch vector, these entries, the maximum of these entries is less than some 0.001, at least 0.001, 2 decimals dot. Okay, after you get the solution, that is voltages, after you get the voltages at all the buses, right, you get the solution, voltage solution. And now what you do is you try to find out the power flows in the lines and network losses.